Guys, today we're going to design. I'm going to show you exactly how to achieve this style of t-shirt that's been used for merch lines like Kid Cudi, Kanye West, Online Ceramics, Human Made. It's been used pretty much across a lot of streetwear brands. But today I'm going to teach you exactly how to make that. It's very simple, very quick. You're going to need Illustrator and Photoshop. First, I'm going to start with, I usually set up a board, like a reference board, like it's almost like an outline before you start a t-shirt. It's very helpful. It cuts a lot of time in the design process. You know, there's not a lot of thinking. You pretty much got your outline, and when you start designing, it's like go mode. Like there's not a lot of thinking. You know what you got to do. So I usually break it down to like type, and I do like a rough little sketch composition. Then I pick my colors and my body color, and I go from there. First, I'm gonna start with the type. You know, I just came up with this pretty fast, just for this video's purpose. NYC, Love Wins. So I'm gonna use Bookman STD for the main type, and for the secondary type, I'm thinking of Franklin Gothic. Let's just try this. Just seeing. I think I like this. This is kind of cool. Let's stick with that. I'm gonna do the same thing with Love Wins. Now I'm just gonna outline the font. So before I outline my text, what I like to do is copy and paste it back and hide it. So just in case I have to go back and maybe change some text later on. So to do that, I'll just copy it, Command C, Command B to paste it back, and then Command 3 to hide it. You outline it, that's Command Shift O. And now this is where the fun begins. Now you can just start messing with the letters and try to get something going. Let me see, I just start playing with this, like start doing random. I mean, that looks cool. I'll rock with that. That's kind of dope. Take the L. You know what? I'll select a couple letters. No, it's too high. Select this. Go up till it snaps. Like when it snaps right there. All right, then start messing with this. Boom, done. Yo, why not do this though? Yeah. I mean, you can get this to, you know, I could sit here and play around with this all day, but I think this is good just for this video's purpose. All right, I'm just trying to show you how to get that effect going. All right, and let me try to line this up again. Get the right proportion, drag it down, snapped. That's looking pretty legit. All right, so I have my text, and this is what I'm trying to go for right here. So let me see how I can do this. Maybe bring that up here to right there. It's looking a little crazy. May have to move it over a little bit. It's cool. It's alright. That's fine. I'm good with this placement. I mean, I'm just trying to show y'all the effect anyway. Don't kill me for the design, please. Okay, so now we're gonna work on the heart. Show you a quick way to create a heart in Illustrator using two shapes, which is a circle and a rectangle. Make sure it snaps. Alright. Copy, Command C, and drag it with Option, holding Option down, you drag it. Then you hit O, hit return twice for flex. Line it up. Boom, you got a heart. Use the Pathfinder, unite all. Let's get rid of this little piece right here. You don't need this. Bam, look, perfect heart. Oh, that's looking lit. Yeah, that's good. Yes. There you go. I mean, it's not perfect, but whatever. You get it. You get it. Alright, line this up real good. Alright, so here we go. Alright, I got my color. That's looking kind of tight though. Let's see if I do something like this. So what I did here, I just copied the heart, Command C, Command F, paste the front, and then I just scale it down. Then I'll change the color. Yeah, that's kind of flames. I like that. It's kind of flames. And then maybe just use the register sign for another element. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'm just cool with this and have the registered sign on it like that. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So this is where we're going to take it into Photoshop and have a little fun with it. Alright, so what I do is, first I'm going to start with the type. And I'll just select the type, group it, Command G, Command C, copy, go into Photoshop. Then maybe some guides. Just make sure everything's aligned, centered. Okay, so now Command V to paste as a smart object. You want to work non-destructively. So in case you got to go back, it's easier to go back on a smart object and make some changes. So it's always good to work with the smart object. All right, so I got my type here. Let me center it, bring it in a little bit. All right, to get this effect, just go here to this icon, select solid color, make it a white background. Take your background and your text layer, go to filter, convert to smart filter, and now you want to go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and then start messing with it. I mean, usually I like to go with like a blur where it's like the edges are blurred enough, but it's still legible. Like you would still have to read it. So just look at this eye. It's looking looks very wonky and like not legible. So try to find like a good. For me right now, 19 is looking great. So I mean, this will vary. You just gotta play with it. But just make sure that it's legible and you got a nice blur on the edges. Hit OK. Now stay on this layer. Now you want to hit Command L for the levels to come up. And you want to take the left slider and try to bring it in the middle as far as possible. And then you want to take the white slider on the right and bring it in the middle also until you get like a nice sharp edge and you're happy with it. You're going to have to play with this one a little bit. You know, you might have to back that black up a little bit and just bring up the white more and bring up the black more. And to me, like, I feel like I need more black, so I'm good with this. It's cool. So you're just gonna have to sit here and play with this a little bit. I could spend more time on this, but I just want to make sure you guys could get this effect. So now Now you save it. Make sure you save it somewhere where you can access it on Illustrator, because we're gonna have to jump back on Illustrator. I'm gonna scroll down. Nice clean area. I'm gonna hit Command-Shift-P, and that's to place the file. Go find that file where you saved it. I saved it on my downloads folder, so. And then just paste it. Now, I'm gonna go to Image Trace on top. Here, hit Image Trace. And I go to this little window here. Just make sure you go here, you go to Advanced, and then you check Ignore White. So what this is going to do when you expand it, it's going to just get rid of all the white and keep the black. Hit Expand. And there you go, boom. One color, black. Now, move it to the heart. So I'll select the heart. Command-C, copy. Go into Photoshop. Just hide this for now. Just uncheck it. Command-V. The heart should pop up. Boom. There you go. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the type. And that's make sure it's a smart object. Go to solid color. Make sure it's behind the heart or your element, and you select both. Convert to smart object. Hit OK. I'm going to do the same thing. Normally what I do to apply the same effect as we did with the type, I mean, as long as it's a smart object here, you can easily just select the smart filter from the other layer, the text layer, hold Option, click on the smart filter layer, and just drag it into the new layer, the heart layer, and it'll apply the same effect to the heart. And then I'll go back and play with it a little bit. You can go back, since it's a smart object, you can go back and start altering. So I'll just go back to like Gaussian blur and maybe play with the edges a little bit. Maybe hit more, then maybe that's too much because I don't like what's going on right here. I mean, I could easily fix it on Illustrator, but let's just go back. Let's bring it down a little bit. It's too much. Yeah, this is cool. Hit save. Do the same thing. Go back to Illustrator. Command-Shift-P. And that's to place. Go back to the NYC file. Drag it in. Image trace. This window should still be up. So you go to Ignore White. Just check that in. Expand. And you got your heart. Alright, so I have all my elements really that I want to use now. So let's bring this down here. Thinking about using it. Let me just mess with it a little bit. It's not perfect, but you know. Now what you want to do is copy the type again. You see how you got the, look at the edges. I mean, compared to the original text. Let me check it out. Look. Boom. Look at the I. Look at the N. Look at the Y. Look at the C. Yeah, this is exactly what we want. Alright, put this back. Alright, so I'm going to select the type, copy. Now we're going to go right back into Photoshop. Let's get rid of this layer. We're going to paste our type. Maybe just line it up. So I'm about to bring in the heart, so this is good. Go back into Illustrator. Select the heart. copy, then paste. Boom. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna go back. Make sure I have my color. Just select the heart and just I drop this red, copy, then go back and paste it. Boom, there you go. Alright, send it back. That's looking kind of dope, like that. I mean, it's not what I sketched, but that looks kind of fresh. You know what, I might just ride with something like this. Yeah, let's leave it like that for now. Alright. So I'm gonna go back to Illustrator, then take the heart, same heart, just eyedrop a yellow, copy, go back into Photoshop, paste it, boom. Now place it. I mean, I'm not even mad at this right here. It's looking pretty dope. Like that. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. So now I'm gonna bring in my body color, which I picked here. So what I do, I just select this, go into the color, copy the value, hit OK, go back into Photoshop, add another layer, add a solid color layer, and then paste the value. There we got our 10. That's looking fresh. Now I'm gonna go back to Illustrator, grab my registered sign, copy, back to Photoshop, paste that bad boy. Boom. Alright, it's behind the heart, so let me bring it up. Top, should be at the top. Let me drag this back down. I mean, look, this just, I could design all day. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm trying to get. This is looking really good. I'm kind of happy with it. You know, I'll spend more time on it, but just for this video, you should kind of get the idea. Alright, boom. So now it's time to CAD. So now I'll just open the t-shirt CAD here and then go back to my art, select all the layers, convert into smart filter just to group it and keep it all together, keep all the proportions right. Then I'll just drag it in to my CAD. It might be bigger than, yeah, that was kind of crazy. Let me scale it down, hit enter. Paste it on top. There you go. It's not the best design, but you get it. This is what I have now, and yeah, there you go. Let's go back to our ref, check it out. Yeah, pretty damn close. It's kind of cool. I mean, you could put this on any blank. You could put it on a distressed blank. You can even put it on a tie-dye. I think a tie-dye would be fresh. You know what? I might CAD it and then like show it at the end of the video. See y'all later.